Greetings, my lovely cats. I'm finally back with some news for Age of Empires. I did some intensive research on the game, and I challenge you to open up and look for any content creator who actually did as much research or doesn't start the video by exaggerating things or letting you know as soon as you play the game you will end up meeting Jesus Cat in real life. And I have divided my own video into keywords that I believe most of you would actually care about, given how abusive mobile game companies are in general. So the key points are: the developers who created this game and their history, the transition from Age of Empires into Age of Empires Mobile in general, and what did Age of Empires learn from many other games of the same genre, and how effective is the feedback given if your opinion actually matters. What makes Age of Empires different from any other game? So who is the creator of Age of Empires 2 Mobile? Actually, they are two major companies and they have been around for too long. They are well known for a massive successful games, Bold Age and Team Studio. Let me give you some brief about their previous work. So when it comes to Bold Age, which is the main creator of Age of Empires, they are the company that has created Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Same goes for Age of Empires 3 and even Age of Empires 4. And they have made already 2 ports to Xbox console at 2023. At the same time, they are the one who made Age of Mythology Retold, and they have a partnership right now with Steam Studios, and I will go and discuss Steam Studios in a moment. So unlike you, I had no idea what I'm getting myself into. I just went with the flow because I know that Age of Empires is a very good game because I used to play it when I was young, just like everyone else who actually had a PC during the 95. I played Age of Empires 1, I didn't play Age of Empires 2, even the Definitive Edition, but I never actually bothered about the companies that created all of those games, and I still love all of these games until today. So when I checked Team's games, I was actually very surprised because all of these names I'm actually know the most of them without even playing any of these games. For example, I have seen the Call of Duty Mobile, I have seen the Pokemon, and I don't think any of you guys doesn't know or never heard about Pokemon or never heard about Call of Duty. And if you are old generation like me, then you most likely would know Contra and you would know Metal Slug. Maybe you're even one of those people who will remember Saint. And right now, I believe Honor of the Kings is one of the biggest, most successful games when it comes to the competitive games in China too. Arena of Valor is another big game. So overall for me, it looks like this company has been participated massively in the most successful games currently on the market. Which again comes another point which I had to check it out, and I believe this is a conclusion which might not be even accurate, but I believe since both of these companies has merged or decided to partner together, this means most likely Temis is going to be the partnership who is going to be in control of monetizing the game, and maybe the World Age company is going to be the one who is in charge of the visuals and gameplay. And if it is about gameplay, a massive company like World, I believe it's going to be very deep, which later on I will explain to you how deep it is according to my information, which I have taken, of course, not enough time. I think I need to keep studying more when it comes to this subject to give you more fair and accurate judgment. But again, since I know that these games eventually it's going to be monetized, I mean, since it already went from the PC module into the gaming mobile module, everyone knows, we are not naive here, we know the game is going to be monetized. But how fair the game is going to be for monetized people, the experience that people are going to have, whether they are free to play, whether they are mid spenders, low spenders, or mega spenders, this is all we are going to check later on. But for now, I wanted to take some feedback and I went to check the reviews of Call of Duty and Pokemon, and this is what I found out. I decided to go and see the reviews and rating of some of their games and wanted to check the most relevant ones. I have seen that the majority of the reviews is actually very positive. Even when I went and tried to look for the negative one, it wasn't because of the gameplay. It was most of like some sort of punishment system or quick chat, or those who are going to be like AFK, which has nothing to do with the game itself. So it's basically a player's issue or a specific player's doing something wrong within the game. On the other hand, if you right now went and tried to check the reviews of most of their games, you will see, yes, some of it is negative, but the majority of the feedbacks that the players give, even the recent October month, is actually very positive. And any game in general does require monetizations or some sort of monetizations to survive. And I don't think Age of Empires is going to be any difference when it comes to that. Even their biggest game ever that they have just updated recently, Call of Duty, it has almost 15.5 billion reviews, and 5-star of them is almost 12 million positive 5-star reviews. I even checked some of the negative reviews. The guy just decided, for example, to slash the game and give it 2-star because he just basically faced a bug. So it's not actually about monetization's issue or something like that. Again, this was not enough for me, and I am not a naive person to just tell you, no, the game is not going to have any sort of monetization. I think the game will have a monetization system and B2N system too, but I wanted to see if this company is fair in general or if they actually care about the quality and their player base. So I went to their most famous games, both of them, Call of Duty and Pokemon Unite, to see, and I did actually read a lot of articles that says they have actually improved the game massively, and that's one of the main reasons they were able to keep their own player base high and active until today. You can go ahead and check these games, you can go ahead and check the reviews, you can even try out these games. I'm gonna leave the articles links down in the video description. If you wanted to check it out, you are free to do so, and they are all actually praising how developers are listening and changing things according to the player base, because you don't want to lose a base, because that's what a good company does in my book. Again, I'm not saying that Age of Empires is not going to be monetized or heavy monetized. I have no freaking idea really. I did not try it, but I am sure that once it comes globally, we will have a much better clear idea about what's going on. Mobile games in general have different optimization. You can't actually expect a mobile device to perform as good as PC, do you? However, I love the graphics so far, and I would lower my performance because I think it's going to be chaotic once we perform a massive group attacks. But overall, if your device can handle high resolution, then congratulations, you will definitely enjoy the graphics here. Did actually Age of Empires learn from other games, or which kind of features they have implemented that would actually make your life easier? 1. These games have no guides, like absolutely no guides. Strategy games are seriously too hard and complicated sometimes. It could feel overwhelming for the new players. However, even though this game is not actually easy, and have so much in depth when it comes to hero combos and items, which I will explain in a different video, having no guides means you are most likely going to be confused as heck, and you will rely only on other players testing or any other content creator. However, they are implementing in-game guides to help you set heroes and combos, even early game and mid-game and late game, and they did promise to bring even more. auto-attack feature for monsters or NPC is like a god gift that would save up your time. How many times I was lazy to hit up monsters, or we as a community begged some developers to bring this feature for us. Some did, some not. While those who bought this feature into us actually did charge in-game money to have this feature of that basically allows you to auto-hit monsters. However, in Age of Empires, you do have it, and you don't have to make any payments like what other games would ask you for. Training and upgrading and researching. A super easy interface. Yes, you have heard me right. You can train and upgrade troops at the same time, and you can research and upgrade at the same time. There has always been this issue. If you decided to upgrade your barracks, this means you can no longer train troops. No, you can actually cook troops 24 hours and upgrade your barracks. Not only that, upgrading your barracks not only increases the speed of your troops training, but it literally increases all the troop types. So basically you can cook and upgrade at the same time. Same goes for the research, and I dare you to find this in many games. You can research and upgrade at the same time. I have known only one game that had this same feature. But what I'm trying to say here is actually Age of Empires did their own studying and they got the best features in almost every single game. Age of Empires did implement a very easy interface. You can actually check everything you have, check everything idle, check all the troops, all the marshes, all the gathering, all the production, literally in one screen. And all you have to do is rotate between the tabs. Attacking others is part of the fun. However, not having any consequences makes the game dull and boring. Some games tried the path of you never lose anything and end up making players quit due to being bored. I mean, imagine if you can attack all day and never lose troops, or an infinite amount of hospital space like what some other games did. In Age of Empires you attack, then you have to deal with the consequences and end up with lost troops. For me, there is never a better feeling than having some adrenaline rush when you know that you have screwed up. I would like to get punished if I did a mistake and learn from it and discover other ways and strategies to fight wars. You might be different, but this is me personally. Another feature which Age of Empires Mobile has taken in mind is the blunder limit. No matter how powerful the player is, they have a limit of how much they can actually blunder. One of the main concerns for some players is the protection system. You might want to know how to earn shields, which are used to protect your city from invaders. They have a merchant store in which you can earn hero recruitment tickets and shields alongside many other useful items in exchange for resources. Feedback is not taken lightly. The majority of the feedback during the beta test has been either implemented or going to be implemented. As a player, you can head to their Discord and locate the suggestion channel, check out the suggestions with high votes, and compare them to the developer's monthly dev column. You will see for yourself that most of them has already been implemented into the game, and please keep in mind the game is still on its early phase. To be honest with you, I don't want to list all the differences I found here or the quality of life, otherwise the video will take a lot of time. I rather divide it into multiple of videos so you don't get overwhelmed, but I will list some of the things I find interesting. Once you summon a hero, you unlock all of his skills, and you can start upgrading as soon as you own it. Each hero has star upgrades, levels, talents, and skill levels. It's easier to upgrade hero skills levels, and all of his talents, as they are unlocked through progress, unlike many other games. However, only star tiers, which require the fragments of the same hero, is the only factor that requires more effort than the rest. Star levels don't add crazy boosts, like any other game, but sure, they do increase the power of your hero, but again, it's a team game, not a solo. And no skills is locked behind a paywall. You can pick and upgrade any skill you have, as long as you have skill XP, which is farmable. Heroes can be customized. You can farm for skill cards to unlock and replace some skills of each hero you own. Heroes on Age of Empires has much more depth than every other game, as each hero has its own talent tree type, set of customizable skills, and could be combined with 2 extra heroes to make your march even more powerful. But let's say you picked and upgraded the wrong hero. In most games, it's impossible to get back your cards, skill stones and cards or talents, but on Age of Empires there will be a monthly event in which you can reset and restore everything you invested on the 3 heroes, but I advise you to read and learn about it before you invest, as it's still only 3 chances per event. Not all heroes are added to the hero pool. Some heroes are obtained by participation on events or through other ways. However, many of the heroes are obtained through hero recruitment, and you will be granted either a gold hero or head every 5 recruits. Developers promise to keep adding the rest of the heroes through recruitment cards, and they have added more of them since the last feedback. As I mentioned, there are many quality of life and features added, so I can go through all of them on a single video, but I will give you one last feature: auto healing. Auto healing will heal your troops automatically every time you get any wounded, and will use alliance assistance automatically, and this alone is never existed on any game I have seen before. Regardless, I can never say a free-to-play player experience would be ever like someone who spends, but I am sure as heck the game done much better job balancing things out between different tier types of players. By the time of me making this video, the game has already reached 5 million pre-registration, and it keeps on growing, and I have a faith it will be a great long journey. That's it for today's video, and you shall expect a lot of guides and information that would definitely help you on your Age of Empires mobile journey if you ever thought about joining. That is basically it, guys, and have a wonderful day. I have kept all the articles and documents below the video if you want to see some references to my research.